All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Masterwork Adventures. We're going back into the land of Chultz here. We, as I don't think I've said this before, but I'm trying to run this kind of large scale campaign where we're including a whole bunch of different characters, different players, all still participating in the same world and kind of same campaign. Um, right now we're taking on a different section, a different story of the land of Chultz. We are following the crew of the Rising Tide, a a mercenary sea vessel that has been conscripted out, hired out by and given their papers and their registrations and such from Fort Berulian and the Flaming Fist. Liara Porter herself is signed on the conscription, basically um, giving you guys the authority to act on pirate vessels and dangerous things on the eastern side of the peninsula. You've been kind of set out on your patrols and stuff like that, and this is kind of what you've been doing for the past, a month or so. Y'all have gotten kind of familiar with the with this section. You've already run it once. You're now like kind of coming back on like heading back towards Fort Berulian pretty much. You've been sailing these seas for a little bit. You've all fallen into your roles on your ship pretty well. You've had a few encounters, and I mean, for the most part, you guys have been pretty successful with carrying out your duties. Um, and this day kind of seems like any other. It is one of those days where, I mean, it is just hot out here. Like when you're, down here in the tropics, and if it's not a storm and there's not like clouds giving you any cover, like you're on the ocean and it's just nothing but sun shining down on you. So it has been a hell of an endurance run for most of you. Let's see. So let's go on ahead and talk about some of the characters that we're bringing in today. Some of these guys are bringing in characters that we've played in other missions and such, other stories. I'm really excited to see the return of Valus Rex here. He's going to be played by Jason today. Jason, go on ahead and give us a little spiel about Valus. Let's see who this guy is.
So Bella's Rex is a paladin of the high seas. He is a Triton. He's a foreigner to this land and really has no concept of cultural norms. So he comes off as quite awkward to most people. But once you get to know him, he'll warm up to you. He has on full plate armor that is designed to be swam in. He has long blue hair, most of the time is pulled up, and he wields a trident with a shield. And blue skin, gills on the neck, and is very stern and dry initially, especially to strangers. But once he warms up, he can become much more open.
And I think so. You did say that he was a Triton. You kind of cut out on that one. So that's where the gills come from. Let's see. So we have Ethan, who's bringing back one of another character that he's played for a little bit, leveled him down, bringing him in again. So you're bringing in Craftsman 1337, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go on ahead and get a little idea of who he is in this story setting.
All right. Well, he's a human artificer. He was very young when he got taken by the Artificers Guild. They immediately noticed that he was very skilled in crafting, so he excelled in that. And now he is adventuring, trying to find materials to build his next masterpiece with.
That's right. He's always in search for like that perfect iron bar or something like that. Whatever it is he's looking for his next craft. Okay. So Elijah, you're bringing in something new here. Who is it that you're running with right now? Like what is this? What is this person?
Person's a word for him. I'm playing Gowana, which is basically this sort of like 8.5 foot tall, like 600 pound crocodile man, who's sort of been wandering the jungles of Chult since before he has like conscious memories of. And then one day, sort of in his like fight for survival, um, he sort of stumbled upon like this sort of shipwrecked area, and he saw this really fucking cool looking cannon, and he was like, "Yeah, what's the fuck is this?" And he just started beating the shit out of people with it. And then he found out he could fire it too, and that was an insane moment.
So, yeah.
And then since then, he's sort of just been roaming the jungles of Chult, doing his own thing, picking up money or occasionally doing work to survive because occasionally the flesh bags pay good. But yeah, just doing his thing.
All right. And so we have kind of, I know that, so we have kind of altered a little bit of how, of like some of the more indigenous populations of Chult. I really have always enjoyed the lizard men type people. Like I even have a character that I built along for it. So like, so your character is pretty much from Chult. You may not understand it and see it in the same eyes as like the warm-blooded creatures and such, but you're pretty familiar with the lands and things like that. You probably pretty much we'll kind of figure out like how we're working you in, but like maybe you were like brought on as like a guide, something like that. Like you're obviously more of a benefit. It's better not to be on your bad side. So getting you on the ship and shooting away from it was probably a much wiser call for the crewmates to do than having you on the shore and looking at them.
And the right side does not judge. We welcome all, as long as they have an open heart for the open sea.
Oh.
I'm assuming that Croxagor probably, or that Gowanna probably never understands anything that he's saying,
Not
like
even
because he just
remotely.
talked about opening up your heart and like like this chest cavity, like that's
Like
normally.
does he mean a sacrifice? Like I don't going a little bit over my head.
And so our last character, being brought by Eric today, you're bringing Giovanni. I love how you always stick to the old artist names with the turtles. And he well, apparently ruined it for him. He just said that he didn't want to.
You know you're sensitive about that. Come on, John.
Yeah, I know, right? I stole. That was his moment. He wanted to go on about it. He's actually stuck really true to this. Pretty much every turtle that he's ever made, he has kept some sort of old artist name. I don't really know anything about this character's name, but I'm assuming it's close.
Oh,
And at
yeah.
some point, there you go. All right, got you back.
Okay, we're back. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. So yeah, Giovanni, he is a turtle bard of the College of Creation. And yeah, Giovanni is certainly a musician, but also a avid painter. And I know my way around a ship a little bit. I am skilled in navigation.
He's that,
So
that
I'm
real
happy.
Renaissance, that real
Yes,
Renaissance man. Like,
yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of the engineering, so I learned how to navigate, and I'm having fun here on the ship. Certainly some colorful characters, and we're having a good time.
all right. Well, I mean, it sounds like a great crew that you have here, Valis. I'm assuming, I mean, you've got two excellent craftsmen, and then you got a big guy that can just pretty much get any, like, any type of real physical labor that you need done. So I mean, this sounds like a solid crew here. So, let's go on ahead and kind of drop you guys in on your day in Schultz. So you have been
I have a
sailing,
question.
like I said, you're sailing north today. You're on kind of like your way back. You're just making, kind of a there and back against type voyage. You head south along the peninsula, and once you kind of reach the lands of, there's another country over there. It's called Samarch or something like that. It's just another one of the other countries. Once you kind of get closer to those lands, you decide to turn around and head back. And you've been on this trip for a little bit. Like I said, the day is hot, the sun is high, and the waves are pretty calm as you guys continue your voyage. The winds are at your back, and like, I mean, you're kind of heading about normal. You've got your other singular crewmate which we haven't really given a name yet, but for now we'll call him Boy. And he is kind of, like up on deck, and he's kind of just like running a mop around, kind of cleaning up some stuff. There's still some like soot on the ground and stuff like that from the cannons firing in your last battle, and tidying up a few things. And you're sailing away. Come sail away, come sail away.
Okay, well, Captain, what's the? Do we have to chart a course? Where would we go?
We have our hulls full and are returning to port. Yes.
Yes, and the court. There is no course really. I mean, you're basically right now traveling. I mean, an area that you've already gone before. Maybe now you might be paying a little bit more attention because this is your second time through here. You're double checking your maps, I'm assuming. You said your character was really big into navigation, right? So, so this would be a time where now you're, as long as things are pretty calm and everything, I'm assuming you might be spending a little bit more, like extra time, just kind of paying attention and really doing a better job at mapping out this, this voyage back.
Yes.
And you're right, Captain. Like, I mean, the sails, I mean, the hull is full. I mean, you've got, several like stolen treasures and such like that, from pirates, everything that you're planning on bringing back. So why is he asking you about, charting a new course?
Oh, sorry, I just wasn't paying attention.
Bad question, just bad answers.
There you go. Actually, because you're actually paying such like really good attention to the area, let me go ahead and let me get a perception check from you.
Okay. 6.
It literally says that
Okay.
any character would have a difficult time in not seeing this. I'm going to assume that you were just
It's a 5. It's above a 5 at least.
I'm going to assume that you're kind of just, nose deep in your drawing at this point. You're really focused and in the zone at this right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I see this seabird off to the side, and it's quite fascinating. Its flight pattern, so I'm just kind of sketching it. And
Oh yeah, I
Right.
mean, and just like captivated by it. Um, let's see. So, what are the other two's job? Because you're navigation on it. So, what like obviously, guana. What would be your role on the ship other than just manual labor? Like, what I mean, what would what would be you doing on your downtime on a boat?
I figured I'd probably be, if I was going to be useful, probably a lot more so on land. When we're actually on the island and not around it. But on the boat.
What size is our vessel, Johnny?
It's a smaller vessel. It's definitely not like a galleon size. We'll say it's kind of a mid-sized ship. It's pretty much at like full capacity. You wouldn't really put many more people on a ship like this. You stuck to it so that you could carry a smaller crew and still maintain a lot of your speed and mobility with it. But it is not something like a war-sized galleon. Yeah, so I would say it's kind of a mid-sized ship.
Yeah, during evasive maneuvers, he could direct the.
Oh sure. Oh no, like
Oh, yeah.
strength-wise and everything, but like sails, like wind's great today, and you're sailing fine. Like he doesn't really have much. I mean, you're a big crocodile, right? Don't they sunbathe a lot?
I'd probably, as I was thinking, probably be like on like the upper decks, like the front of the ship, just sort of like sitting there, like not necessarily like meditating or any shit, but just relaxing, sort of trying to stay in the center of the boat just in case.
Right. Okay. And yeah, you're kind of like sitting there, like you're kind of like just laid down, and you could see that the boy's like mopping around it, like he's like you're like right smack in the middle of like where he's trying to get to,
Just let it
and
low
like
brow.
he's like just like moving around you and everything, kind of like trying to just like not disturb you and such.
Boy, come here.
And so he kind of drops his bucket, goes running up. He's like, yes, sir, Captain.
Would you like to drive?
Are you being for real?
Show me your form.
That's
Hands at 10 and 2.
not. And so he's holding on.
And I'll point to the compass. Keep us headed north.
God, takes the compass. Can't really see at the compass. It kind of like looks around and everything.
Can I? Is there like a stool or a chair around?
There's a couple
barrel?
boxes. I mean, yeah, there's some boxes and things like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll prop him up.
All right, and he takes and he kind of sets up and everything, and he's like, all right, good, I can see over. He looks and you see him kind of like focus, like kind of look ahead, and you see him like like really hard paying attention to like like to ahead of the boat, and you turn your head over just to kind of like as you're getting ready to give him advice about keeping his eyes ahead and making sure that he's paying attention and such. You see the biggest ship that you've ever seen in your life. You've never seen a ship this size. No vessel that you've ever seen has ever come to like to this. It's in it's very its make is very strange. It's very foreign to you. It's definitely not from anyone around here. Let's see. Let's see. It's 250 feet long. With sails. Oh God. Made from white dragon wings, and it's anchored about 100 yards off of the of Chult's coast of Chult's coast.
Have we
So
heard
if I were
stories
to
of
see this, I want to start taking notes.
Well, I don't know. As of right now, it's just the captain that sees this.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So which direction would that be towards us?
North. That's kind of like where you guys are. It's between you and where you're heading.
Was it what forward port? Stern?
Starboard is your left. Port is your right. No, port is your left. Starboard is your right. 4 letters in left, 4 letters in port. That's how you know. Yeah, that's right.
Straight ahead.
What's that?
What's straight ahead?
Steady as she goes. I don't know if I can like.
Oh, the front now. Man, your battle station.
Oh, it is the stern. Oh, you fucking what? Yeah, okay, let's go.
I'll slowly bring myself up and just make my way over to the front of the ship. Oh wait, no, he's in the back. I forgot.
Can I pull out my spyglass and take a look at this ship?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so you do kind of raise an alarm, get the deck, get people moving.
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay. All right. So, but like I said, you do kind of call out and like get people moving and everything. Like let everybody get to their stations, battle stations, and whatnot. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. All right. So anyone else, you come out, like when you're coming up from from below deck, and you see this, like, I mean, it's a little way off. I mean, it's just gigantic. Like anybody can see it. It's not hidden or anything. Every time what you've been going up against here recently, you found like pirates are like hiding away. They camouflage their stuff and they're really difficult to find. This is just right there, like.
So it doesn't look like a warship. Well, it's definitely a warship, but it doesn't look like a pirate ship.
No, it definitely doesn't look like a pirate ship.
Hey, Captain.
Well, he's not one that you're
plan?
used to. And so, like, he calls out, what's the plan? And you're kind of zooming in, like looking around. Let's see, 2 more.
Jason?
I thought he was looking something up.
Oh, okay. So you
Because
carry
I've got
this
my
giant.
spyglass. I'm looking at the ship.
Iguana, you carry a giant cannon as a weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna
Johnny,
cast magic weapon on.
are we using the variant encumbrance rules for this this game, or is it just a normal one? Normal encumbrance.
Yeah, it's all jeweled.
Wait, say it again.
It's all jeweled.
Okay.
Okay.
I could hear you. It just sounded like what's the word? It didn't like cut out. It was just like a little like it sounded like there was interference or something for a second.
So when you're looking and like kind of zooming in on the ship, you don't really see many many people actually. No one's walking around on the ship, and so it makes you think that either most of the people might be either below deck or maybe they're anchored in. And like sails are up, so it definitely doesn't look like they're planning on going anywhere right now. And so you kind of like take and like turn more towards land, and you don't really see much on the beach, but you do spot a pretty large like tent there, and it's a pretty fucking big tent, but you don't see anybody there. And the tent's made of the tent is made of like really really heavy furs.
Is there any type of like cultural other than the dragon wings? Are they like flying a flag? Do they have any type of symbol of a deity?
Give me a history check. Let's get that out of you.
Not my forte. Oh, 14.
I mean, all right. So, judging by just the make of the ship, some of the things on that, you can tell that wherever it's from a place that is far away, far to the north. You've seen like bits and pieces, bits and of this type of style before. You'd never really dealt much with it or whatever, but like this is something when you look at it, you like think of something from people from like far to the north and like the frozen tundras and stuff like that, Icewind Dale in those areas.
This far south. That's crazy.
Anyone else want to take a look?
Landing craft?
What's that?
Do I see any landing craft, like smaller boats that they took to the shore?
Yeah, like there's definitely like little rowboats and such that they've taken out there, and these things are huge.
Is there any smoke coming from the tent?
Nope.
We don't have anybody sneaky, do we?
Yeah.
You got a crocodile with a fucking cannon strapped to his back. I'm not exactly sure you guys are a stealth group here.
I mean, I could swim underwater. They technically can't see me then, but stealth
Technically,
is a
I can
strong
go
word for it.
invisible, so
I can swim pretty fair myself. I mean, what do we want to do here? Do we want to take the ship or take the land or just sail by? And while they're on land, we can take the ship probably pretty easily. Maybe lie in wait for them to come back and ambush them, or just sail off with their own ship.
Never so. Why are you guys thinking like this?
Oh, I forgot you're that type.
I don't know. I don't really know what kind of person I am. I just started playing me.
Working it out.
I might be kind of a shit.
I kind of want to investigate it more. I don't think I want to necessarily take it. I'm more so like figuring out how they make it so big.
Actually, Ethan, if you can give me can you give me like a history check? Let's see what you can kind of come up with this. Let's I'll give you advantage just because like of like trying to figure out like a style from it.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, okay, 17, 18.
I got 18.
So you kind of like you look over and you see you see Valis like looking through his telescope and everything, and you kind of turn over and you just pull out like a much bigger telescope and everything and kind of like zoom in and on it and every and so you're like like
I have my
hitting all
little sextant. My
yeah
little.
and
Squinting.
by the runic carvings on it you like notice like the like the usages of bones and furs and like with the dragon wings and everything. You've seen this stuff. You instantly recognize it as it, and it blows your mind. It's crazy for you to say this. It's frost giants.
I am for my crew. I believe it's frost giants.
What's that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you would
I've seen them before
you
back in my day.
have no idea what these things are. Actually, giants just
Let's be
in general,
giants.
even fire giants. I don't think any giant is really native to Chult. I don't think they have anything
I think
like
in
that
the
here. So
southern mountains, maybe, like in like the south.
I don't even I
remember.
don't I don't even think they have them on here. I know like everything else is gigantic here. I don't think they have giant people.
Yeah, Gulliver's Travels. Your Gulliver's Travels was fucked up here. Just forgot the whole giant thing. They just made humans. Um,
Uh,
is that good? Is that bad? What does that mean?
it's certainly peculiar. I mean, why? It's so hot down here. Why would they want to be down here?
Maybe
It
the
must be out
cold.
there for something important.
I might be looking for something of great value.
They could try to get warm. Okay. I guess it doesn't make sense. I'll grumble to myself.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Captain is taking a
going to the
leave for a little
caveman.
bit.
It's going to the head.
Yes. Okay. Well, we can't make a decision without the captain. Captain, what do you?
Like you guys are sailing like right into this thing, and he's like, "I gotta go take a bath, use the bathroom."
His pre-bathroom or pre-battle dump.
Yeah, right. He's a fish. Don't they just shit in the water as they're charging?
If you ask me, our stores are full. I mean, I think we should just try to sail around. We can't take on frost giants.
Well,
Don't we have fire?
I'll have to take them up.
What's the issue?
I look at him like, fire? Do you think that'd be enough?
Fire cancels out ice, right?
I mean, in Pokemon, yeah.
That logic right there.
I mean, water giants, and I don't think we'd have much trouble fighting water.
Well, that's a whole other story.
Water. Are there sea
What do you think they're
giants
after? I mean,
underwater?
there's so many, like underwater giants.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of.
so.
I mean, I know there's
Technically
like
not, no.
yeah,
There are much scarier things underwater.
yeah, like crocodiles with cannons.
It's on the list.
Yeah, if you take your cannon underwater, will it still fire?
Oh,
I know you can. swim.
I'll just sort of like lean over a bit, and like on the top of it, this is just like a giant fucking cork.
I think I could give you one shot out of a cannon underwater. After that, like it is, but like one shot, I think it could work.
Yeah, like because the gunpowder's already packed in there, and
Yeah, it's packed in. Everything's
yeah.
good. Like you got a cork on it. Like
yeah,
that's...
I've had some time on this earth. You know, I put a cork on it just so it's safe, so I can go swimming.
I'm sorry, it's magic.
Well, I
It's not
believe the
like-
captain, being a Triton, is an excellent swimmer as well. So I can swim. I don't know about our artificial friend.
You can make him swim.
No, I'll stay on the ship, guys. It's cool. I'll be there in spirit. Actually, I probably could swim there.
Plans just jump in the water and swim towards it. I like it. I mean, I don't see
That
anything
sounds like a
wrong with it.
terrible idea. Yeah, we should definitely.
Hide the boat.
I'll
first.
say those sails are quite lovely. The most beautiful sails I've ever seen.
I mean, they are exquisitely made. Yeah.
Kind of tacky.
Dragon's wings, white dragon wings. And not just like one. It's a couple of them.
Seems like you could just use cloth and it'd be much simpler.
Yes, but it wouldn't be as fine.
No, it probably
The
was.
beauty of this.
You could,
Where's the nearest like frost giant region?
Ah,
I guess
I
that'd be
mean,
not
side of the
Seoul.
world.
I mean, it is the opposite side. Like it can't
Oh.
get any farther away from home than this.
Like
They might be lost then. We can
You don't
help
get
them?
that lost. Like, I mean, yeah,
Is
baby,
this
yeah,
boy
Maybe
talk
they-
to us?
are they trying to prove the Earth is round? Or
yeah.
some
Actually,
shit?
yeah, sure. Even boy, like he's chiming in a little bit, and he's just like, there's no way they're lost. Like, how could they be this lost? Like,
Shut up, boy.
So I've
he goes, he mops away. He's like, I'm gonna burn this fucking boat down one of these days. As soon as I can."
so this is probably gonna go terribly, but living like such like a long time, like on Schult, like would I have heard of like giants like ever having a reason to come here, like any sort of like foreign invaders?
No, I mean you've seen lots of lots of people have go around. Like everyone's got like their obsession with gold. You've learned that that's a big thing amongst a lot of the warm-blooded creatures. Everyone wants gold, and Chult has a lot of that. You don't understand the fascination with the metal. But like that's just what it. But like so, people come here all the time searching for treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's something that but. That's other than more than that, like that type of stuff will just confound you.
These people don't make no sense. Oh, he died again.
I dove in the water and did some underwater scouting.
Oh, you just jumped into just man overboard into the water.
Oh, I was gonna ask if we wanted.
I mean, the
to
ship's
tuck
still
the ship
sailing
away.
and at ramming speed towards the boat, isn't it?
Yeah, I figured we could drive by.
You're gonna drive by? So I've ready the cannons, Captain? Oh, I can't talk to you anymore because you jumped into the
Have
water.
them ready.
I'm definitely gonna ready these cannons.
All right, yeah. So you start. You I mean, you guys have two cannons on either side of your ship. So you you start loading up some cannons, like preparing to pass by this. So Jason, even with your swim speed though, like you're not going to be able to keep up with your boat at full sails.
Oh, I know. I figured I'd just grab a rope and dive overboard and hold on and then drag myself back up.
You're just trying to see underwater.
Yeah.
I don't even. It's still a ways off. Like I'm just saying, like this thing's gigantic, but like you're not like on top of it quite yet. Do you like? I was trying to give you like plenty of time to see this like ahead. It's not like you just suddenly lowered your map and there it is. Like you can see this away, and you can still recognize how big it is. Like I said, you guys were looking through telescopes
So it's
or
like a
through
half mile
a
out or
spy.
so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Periscope?
What's that?
Was there smoke coming out of the tent?
No, there was not. It didn't look like there was any. No. Oh,
No, Mike, ignore me.
what'd you say?
Nothing important. Yeah. I don't know how else to prep for this. Maybe.
Listen, I don't know what we're going to get into, but I would like to just say that we have come together from all corners. We have faced many challenges, and we can face this one together, guys. We are well-rounded, and we are going to be the best of friends, sailing the seas, and I believe in each and every one of you. All right, I believe in you, and you, and you, and you, and we are going to get this done together.
I'm just gonna ignore him and go to.
I could not have said it better myself.
Well, so I cast motivational speech on you all. You have 5 temporary hit points. You have advantage on your wisdom saves. And whenever you get hit, you have advantage on your next attack.
Cool.
Nice.
So if you get hit, you have advantage on your attack for the next hour.
Just run up to somebody, punch me in the face. No, punch me in the face real quick.
At this point, I'm gonna sort of look over to the captain and be like, maybe we pull the ship to this side. We can use the jungles a lot better than they can if they're giant.
I don't want to be caught at rest if they suddenly come to attack. We could slow speed and circle, but I would much rather have momentum on our side should we have to flee.
So be it.
I mean, wind is heading in their direction, so you would have more like they would be, if they sailed towards you, they would be sailing against the wind, while it's you sailing towards them, you would be sailing with the wind.
Right.
So you would have speed on your advantage.
I'd imagine, given time, though, they would probably be able to catch up with their set.
I'm assuming that this might be a little bit more of like, how you do talk about like sometimes your guy, can be a little bit of naive of certain situations with that like Zach Brannigan style thinking, but to someone like Craftsman and to like pretty much everybody else on your crew, this ship would beat you. Like if you were in a battle with this ship, this is a warship that is like, it will win. But sail with the wind, man. Charge right on in. I mean, you're captain. Yeah, you're captain, bro. Like you're taking your crew right on in.
We're gonna do a little circle around the ship and
The ship is
obviously the
docked,
whole crew is not on the ship, though. We might have a chance to take it while they have a landing party.
And what are you going to do with that ship? I'm just gonna cross my arms and look at him.
I don't know.
I know. That's why I asked.
So shiny. We could take its sails, and sink it, and then they can't pursue us. Or, I don't know. What should we do?
It took a good 6 months for us to learn how to run this ship, and you think the 5 of us can pilot that giant thing?
No, I don't think we can pilot the ship.
Here's the plan. No detention.
Tell me the plan, Captain.
We're going to circle the ship at half speed. Y'all are going to dive in the water, swim across, and try to loot as much as you can. And then return.
I can't disagree with this plan though. Like, I mean, okay. And boy looks around. He's like, "You heard the captain. Sail set full. Let's go. Let's man your stations."
Not gonna move. So,
yeah, he starts running around. He's pulling the sails, trying to get him to catch the wind and get as much speed as we can to go in there.
Yep, I'm totally down with this plan.
So be it.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So, what do you guys got? What can you do to help the situation? This is the plan. This is what you're doing. Like, what do you guys got? You're feeling pretty good. You just had a pretty good talking to from your bard there. He has definitely inspired y'all. Yeah. Okay. Let's just go ahead and say that I mean, y'all are catching up. Y'all are getting out there. Any other ideas? What do you got?
I feel like if we're gonna rob them, Then I'm gonna give Cracked Sword my bag of holding, as I use my infusion to create a bag of holding.
I have one of these.
Okay, all right. Okay. So I mean, as you guys get closer, like I said, you're probably, half a mile out and such like that. Once you start getting a little bit closer, I mean, your sails are at full mast, flags are flying and everything, and you can hear a horn off in the distance.
What's the
Um,
plan?
and
Shore or the boat?
what's that?
Does it come from shore or the boat?
It comes from shore. And at that point, you notice that that things come alive on the boat. You see some coming from above and kind of like looking around. They see your sails. Like you're sailing right towards them. There isn't much in the way of stealth when it comes to this. I'm trying to give me perception checks.
Ooh. Oh, it's not bad.
Everybody.
Ha ha ha.
8, really? So you gonna fucking play me?
I got a 19.
Okay. So you notice that that you can see a couple of the giants like go what is the damn thing called? Basically they start like kind of trying to pull the anchor up. They're on the device and they're kind of like all like walking in a circle around it and it's slowly cranking the anchor up on the ship, and you can see the ship kind of like begin to turn. Sails aren't down on it, but it starts like kind of drifting around, kind of pulling like its broadsides into, lined up with the group. You can see someone's on the helm just kind of turning around. They don't seem to be taking off or anything. And they yeah, actually it'd probably be better to go on ahead and just roll for initiative.
Oh God, we're all gonna die.
Most likely, sounds like it.
How far out are we?
Die for my captain.
I was gonna say maybe a quarter mile.
Oh, look, he just wanted to talk to them, but I realized talk was never an option.
That should be an 8. It just didn't have my token selected when I did it.
All right. Initiative. Why didn't it add you to initiative? It didn't add anybody to initiative.
Me?
It didn't add no one.
I don't really see it in the ship on yours.
No, it just popped up for me.
Maybe my thing is.
What do you got on your initiative there,
I got a 3.
Eric? All right. Giovanni with a 3. Craftsman with a 10. Looking great. Valis with a 16. Guana with an 8.
There it is.
All right. So you guys are pretty much sailing full speed into them, and you well, hold on. You and you like see that an alarm kind of gets raised up with them. They begin to kind of like turn the ship slightly, and you see a few giants kind of lumber out of the jungle, and they're just standing there. They got like one of them has pulled out a spyglass as well and is like looking at you guys, and like the other one has kind of like waded into the water and he's spun the rowboat around, but you don't see anyone like jumping into it yet. The boat itself is kind of brought itself into lining to where it'll be like, I mean, you'll be kind of pretty much in full view of its broadsides. But they just seem to be watching you at the moment. I saw that you were waving at them.
Yes.
They don't wave back.
Raise the water. Is there a trade sale?
Like okay.
Order flag.
Okay, well, so you guys currently are, you do have so it's not really a trade sale, but you do have the flag of Fort Berulian, which is the Flaming Fist at this point, which I mean, it's, like, it's seen as the official flag in the area. I mean, the only other flag you could raise up is a white flag. That always works.
Yeah, that might translate. Yeah, let's try that.
Gonna raise a white flag?
Yeah, slow speed.
Okay, all right. I'm assuming that's gonna be up to. Yeah, I'm assuming that's gonna be. Okay, so Craftsman, that's your job.
Yeah, I can handle it, I believe.
All right. Let's see if you can handle your job, though. I'm going to need you to give me an athletics check. Hoist that flag! Hoist that flag! Faster! Faster! You gotta get it up because they're about to shoot your ass.
I didn't roll it twice. Oof. I got an 8.
All right, it's but and you're kind of worried that he's not getting it up quick enough, but it goes up and everything, and you don't no one has shot yet.
Nice.
So you guys are sailing towards the ship. I mean, your flag is raised. Do you want to continue heading past it? Do you want to pull in closer towards it? Like,
right beside it.
Oh, you're gonna just right beside it.
Right beside it. Yep.
Oh, it's okay. Drop anchor and everything. I'm assuming.
No, definitely drop it.
How you gonna stop?
Just
You know. Wait, you hit me.
Come to a.
That's okay. You know what? Okay, I need you to give me a sailing check right now. Let's see.
Sure.
What is this gonna be?
There's a proficiency water vehicles that I have.
Do you have proficiency in water vehicles?
I do, yeah.
What? Link that. What do you mean?
No, it's part of the backgrounds if you have a sailor background.
Yeah, I have navigator tools and vehicles water proficiency.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Or I'm a marine, actually, technically.
All right, then yeah. I mean, let's get your water vehicle proficiency.
I don't know what that would. Whoop.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. I
That's what I was saying. Like, what's the check on this?
I'd assume it'd be like
you're proficient in it.
Some sort of, would it be intelligence? Like
most of that stuff usually is like
I'd say that, or maybe like wisdom. You don't just have to be smart. I don't know.
No, it'd be intelligence or dexterity, because it would be either your knowledge of it or your hand-eye coordination control of it.
Well, they're both the same, so I'll use. Sucks I can't just click on it and have it roll.
Just roll a saving throw, dexterity saving throw or an intelligence saving throw.
But I get my proficiency, right?
Yes, but you'll get your proficiency added into it.
I was there too.
He rolled a 7 first.
Oh man!
Not great.
But I get to add my proficiency.
No,
so it's a 10.
Oh, I saw that one. I got excited. Oh, what is going on?
You didn't give him disadvantage, Johnny, because we were going so fast?
You're right. Yeah, you never dropped it.
Bradley's
Fuck.
Yes, we will paint this white flag red with their blood.
All right, it's so like, yeah, no, Jason, like, okay, so like, I mean, you guys are.
I imagine I'm like trying to give him instructions, and he's just like completely fucking them up, and we run up.
Because you got the kid driving right now. And like, okay, so there's guards on the ship, right? And they like see you guys, and they've got like, I mean, they've got like big ass fucking like crossbows, like, I mean, ballista style crossbows, like ready, and they're just like looking at you guys, but they're not like aiming them. They just got them like kind of at it, and they see what you're trying to do, and they get that, and they're looking at it and looking at it. You see them fucking like see it, and like jumping overboard and like getting off the ship as your boat just like slams right into them. You
Like,
kind of knock them off, and like it's like reeling around and such, and like
What
mean,
was the plan? Why did we? I'm just gonna look over towards.
I mean,
towards that
it's damage to everything. Both boats are like just not.
Hey, boy, this is what we call a mistake, and we take those mistakes and we wear them as badges of pride.
They will wear you.
Not how it occurred, but how you respond.
I'm just gonna look at boy like, oh my god.
Can you swim, boy?
Your boat's sinking. Like it's got holes in it. It needs to get repaired. Y'all need to.
I'll fucking run below decks, and I'm just gonna grab Craftsman by the collar and start dragging him.
Yeah.
But I gotta fix a boat.
Yeah, that's where we're
We
fucking
gotta
going,
fix
bitch.
a boat.
All right. So Craftsman, I know that you've got this kind of stuff down. So you yell for him to like grab some wood and things like that, and like he just basically picks up like 2 barrels of wood, puts them under each arm, and starts following you. And you go down, and you go with your repairs. Give me a like what do you got that you could seal this ship up with? You got like crazy ass spells you could do it with? You just gonna do it by hand? How are you gonna?
I do know mending. I didn't even think about that, but I assume I could just do like a. What would be a crafting check? Like I have carpenter's tools.
Those are usually intelligence.
Yeah, it's an intelligence check.
But what mending?
Mending
Be
takes
better?
a minute to cast, and it can only work on small things like cracks
Yeah.
or
Alright,
rips
then-
and tears.
So I'll just do an intelligence check with a.
I will help him to get
My-
an advantage.
That'd be great. That would be really great.
Yeah,
If you would
we'll-
help him. There we
God.
go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Then.
These rolls are so dog shit tonight. Oh my god.
The ship is saved. So you guys recover from your ship and everything, and you come back up above deck, and like you see a few of the frost giants that have like just pulled themselves out of the water, and now they look pissed. Like they look like just really upset about it. But you could definitely tell that like from them, like they don't really have the authority to do something about it yet.
Should we push off,
Like-
Captain, while we have the chance?
And you can kind of hear someone behind them, like barking some orders. I don't. Do any of you guys speak Giant?
No.
I do.
Nope.
You do?
I do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
so
I speak Giant.
you can hear them yelling. Basically yelling about so they something about like leaving the Flaming Fist alone, not wanting to draw too much attention. And the guy's like yelling back, like they just rammed our ship. They know we're here, and they're kind of like arguing over whether or not they should kill you guys and everything. And you see basically a person that comes on who obviously looks, at least slightly more important than the ones that are angry. And they kind of kind of like look down at you guys. They don't really speak out to you, but they're just watching you guys very carefully.
Step forward, very captainly, and introduce myself. I am Valus Rex, Captain of the Rising Tide. And the damage to your boat and, our boat is my fault, as I am the captain of the ship. I am responsible for everything here, too. I was letting our faithful assistant drive, and he's a little young, and his fault is on me, and I apologize.
And that's actually it's fucking really good. Okay, give yeah, that because you can play that one off. I'll give you advantage on a persuasion check with this.
14.
Okay. they I mean they definitely seem upset. However, they do seem to speak common. They call back and this really large like Viking, great big ass white beard, horned helm on, like, and when he speaks out to you, you could just see that this guy is miserable. Now that you look at it, everybody on this ship, they look like they fucking hate everything about this. They are way out of their element and not enjoying it like any of this. And he says, a wise leader, understands that even that not only are great successes his to claim, but so are even the smallest of failures. I am. Let's see, what is this Joker's name here? All right, we'll call him Jorgen, because that sounds frost giant-y. I am Jorgen, and this really fucks me up. Hold on. I'm gonna type it in the chat. Y'all tell me how you think this is pronounced, because I don't get it. Hvalspyd.
Valspyd.
Spilled. Okay, yeah.
Volspilled? Something like that? Yeah.
But it's not spilled speed. How's speed?
Volspid. Yeah,
Volspid. Volspid.
Fucking German.
So everyone who speaks
Fucking
German.
Icelandic languages, man, they're tough. I don't.
This is not Welsh. Look at it that way. Welsh is a scary fucking language, man.
All right, so the hull speed. Don't worry, our ship is strong and has endured much. This as you can see, barely left a scratch on us. Are you doing okay?
Well, I have a very capable crew that are capable of repairing much worse. I imagine I hear like a little explosion in the background.
Boom! Like
Boy,
Craftsman, like,
stop doing that!
and he
This
kind
chip
of like
a little bit.
he kind of like looks around. He's like, please, if you make anchor, we will assist you in how we can. And you see like a couple of them like being like, the fuck are you doing and everything, and then
Can I make an insight check? Make sure he's not luring us in to kill us all.
okay.
21.
You can obviously tell that who you're speaking to is definitely kind of in charge of this group. They don't seem like they have ultimate authority here, but that these people have to listen to him. And he does seem a little different than the rest of them. While like you've seen ship hands before, you know that most of these, like they're familiar with everything. This one is a warrior, so you kind of can tell that like what, like, his word is that you have a trusting feeling of him.
My men are capable of very much, but we will take all the aid that we can provide. May I ask what brings you to these lands? I'm unfamiliar with your people.
He says there will be time for that once we have a chance to settle. and he kind of he's like, my people will assist you in any way that they can, and he like says something in a really harsh language, and kind of they kind of grunt and like go away, and you see them like they basically take these like huge ropes and toss them over, and they hit your like ship with like a thud that like rocks it a lot. Like this, it's just wham, and like the ship kind of like you know like buckles a little bit, and they start like tying things off in order to help secure you.
Fantastic. We will make
Yep. Okay. So after a little bit of time of repairing your ship and such, a few of the a few of the giants kind of like they actually like when they get you like kind of bringing you in, they actually like hop out and they actually kind of grab your ship and pull it into a little bit more water so you can see better repairs on it, and kind of like you get a better chance. It allows craftsmen to kind of like really get the outside of the hull, and kind of instead of just patchwork some of these repairs, they really are able to kind of fix a lot of the issues with it. Jorgen kind of like spends a little time with you, but he tells you that that he doesn't have you've tried to ask him to become a little bit more acquainted with him and everything. And he says that he can't really speak too much with you. He doesn't have the authority to do that, but maybe you can speak with his leader. What is her name? It's a weird one, but it's a simple one.
I'm sure they're all gonna be very weird.
No, this one it's like Droofy. I'm just trying to find the rest of her name because they normally have full names here. But but they kind of bring you on to like like they you guys all kind of meet on the beach at the little tent that was there. Just by looking at like the tracks around the area and such, you can tell that there are way more than just the handful that are here right now. Right now you're looking at probably about 6 giants that are around. Let's call it 5 giants that are there that were left behind as kind of like a guard of the ship and things like that. And but you can just like see from the footprints on the beach and the like stuff has been worn down through here. This has been a heading of theirs for a little bit. Like there's more out here somewhere.
I want to have a little side with my party. There's a lot of giants here. Are you sure you want to pick a fight with these people?
I think we're trying not to at this point. Any one of these giants could squash us like a bug.
Yes, they are mighty allies to have on our side.
They're also haggard and kind of look like shit.
Oh.
Not to say to fight them, but definitely not what they usually look like.
So Jorgen kind of like comes over like as you are talking about some of this, and he says, well, he said he kind of says our leader shall be returning from her hunt shortly. She has if you would like, you could please wait here. We have plenty of food. And he kind of like motions out like a few of the giants are kind of getting this like large like dinosaur leg kind of prepared. I mean, a huge feast is kind of being made at this point. And he says, we please we would wish for you to remain. That way you can speak and sort this out. Maybe mention to her that it wasn't our fault that you rammed our ship.
Yes, well, we had let's say a junior crew member getting some hours for his elevation license. We
Sure.
it's not clear.
Droofy would be better to hear this. It'll just explain that to her. So if you guys hang out with them for a little while, eventually you hear a horn off in the distance. You can tell that it is the party returning back. And if this is the first time that you're seeing the camp kind of come into a little bit more of a stricter kind of pattern. Eventually, several giants come out of the woods. They have, once again, they have a large, carcass being dragged behind them, and they have several large winter wolf hunting dogs with them. All of them, though, just like you can just see it on them. They are sweating more than anyone has ever sweat. It's not like these guys are out of their element. This is all just hard on them. I mean, the giants are struggling with carrying things that should seem like nothing to them. And it just they seem really at a detriment with a lot of this. They still hold themselves with pride and they refuse to kind of accept it. But the gigantic woman comes up, and she's in this real it's no longer it's not the same type of armor that you would expect to see from them. It only has like shoulder pads at this point, but it's this now like more aesthetically lined up like leather armor. She's now like wearing like dinosaur leather on her and such. That has been like you could tell that she's adapted her armor to Chult's. She's no longer wearing the heavier armor that the rest of her crew is wearing and such. But she has these long white locks and everything, and a huge sword on her back. And she kind of like walks over and sits down beside this massive table that they have in their encampment, and motions for you all to come in and sit down beside her.
Yeah, gentlemen, let's sit.
Does the crew?
I'll make my way over to the table, and I'll just what's it called? Yeah, sure, fuck it. I'll sit at the seat to the I don't fucking know. I'll just have a seat.
So you
Captain.
You hear several of the giants kind of like mumbling. You can't tell what they're saying because you don't speak giant. Ethan, you hear them. They seem to be extremely upset about Guana being around. They are really up. They keep saying things, basically like being really upset about this lizard man, and how much of a trouble they've been to them. Like they seem to be really angry at him.
I want the captain know, but I'm not going to exactly tell Guana.
I'm going to pull up a cask of ale that I brought from our ship and place it in front of the female giant.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. Okay, bringing
I bring tribute and thanks for the assistance in repairing our vessel. Longish Spear was very helpful in getting our ship repaired. One of my junior crew members was piloting the ship, and my directions were not stern enough. And we sped in a direction that was not intended and rammed into your boat. From my understanding, your ship is hardy and not damaged at all. And I just want to bring this cask of ale to thank you for your hospitality.
she kind of takes the keg that you've provided her. She kind of pops the top off on it and just like chugs the whole thing. Just kind of turns the whole thing up and just tosses the keg down, and she kind of like sits heavier in her chair. She's like, I definitely didn't expect the flag of the flaming fist to come with such peaceful intentions. We've done our best to avoid your type for as long as we can. I don't believe they would approve of us sitting down together. So, Captain, I have to ask you, why would you bring your group of what I can only assume as pirate hunters into parley with us?
We are, for better or worse, conscripted by the Flaming Fist, and as such, fly their flag and do their bidding. But we do not share in their hatred of all things they can't control. And seeing your crew looking so down in the dumps and out of their element, we were curious and interested in having an ally such as yourselves on Schultz, because allies are few and far between.
So, well, allies, I hardly think we'd make decent allies to each other. The most that we would be able to hope for is that we'll be able to stay out of each other's way. We appreciate that you came here under the flag of friendship, but to be honest, our affairs are our own, and we would much prefer to not have any to have your assistance.
I can't take a no. I must insist that we are here to help, and that any assistance we can provide is not angling in a way to lord the flag of the Flaming Fist over you, but merely provide assistance.
So, she kind of she just sighs and holds her hand down, and she's like, she's like, well, if there's any if you would like to be of any help, maybe you can tell me of some of the ships that you've seen. You see, we are chasing a criminal from our lands, a pirate that has run down to seek shelter in Chult. I have been tasked by my Jarl, Jarl Storvald, and I cannot fail him in bringing this fugitive to justice. But this, as I said, this is Ice Giant business, and should remain none of yours. But you do seem insistent. Maybe there is something that you can help. Maybe you can offer me some sort of information.
If you're looking for another ship on the scale of yours, we have not seen a vessel that large. Yours is the first.
No, this one was actually this is a human, a thief that has come into our lands and run off with something of great value to our Jarl. We have been sent here to retrieve him and bring him back to justice.
Can you tell me if this pirate's name, the colors he flies?
And she doesn't know this person's name. She knows what he looks like. But her description of him is kind of difficult to understand. All humans look the same to her, so she describes them as short, with long brown hair, and it, and that's basically it.
What? Can you tell me anything about his ship? It's pretty vague. Sounds like a nigh impossible suicide mission your Jarl sent you on.
So she admits that this place is hell for her and her group. They couldn't imagine a worse place to be, but
Right.
they
That would probably be pretty bad, right? It's all the fire and heat. And here's just dinosaurs. And it's humid. Hell,
it's not the
Probably
heat,
a
it's
lot
the
of work.
humidity.
I'm just gonna lean over to Craftsman. I told you, fire beats ice.
Side.
She does now, after speaking with you for a little bit about this, kind of really seem to be honing in on this person. She's trying to kind of repeat, ask you over and over any type of information that you've seen on strange people that have been down here. And
There's
whether or
also
not you well, not just strange people, but the type of treasure that you might have even brought back in. There's something that they're looking for. Maybe if you are pirate hunters, you might have procured it yourself. And let's see, I'm trying to figure out how she can describe this person. Who of you? Let's see.
Thank you.
I guess. This guy.
You care to see these movies? Powerful magic item. Okay, let's see. I need all of you guys to give me a wisdom, an insight check.
Ooh, insight checks.
Is it a shit roll? It's a 13. Could be worse.
I got a 6.
15.
15. Anybody else? What do we got here? Oh, everybody else is terrible.
What?
Oh, okay. Well, we got Guana. Okay. So to anybody who gets above a 10, she seems to be really locked in on whatever type of item this person has. She is trying to dance around it, not give you any information about this stuff, but there is something really powerful that somebody around here has kind of taken from them, and she wants it back. And she's looking for magic items of the sort, and you can tell that she is kind of getting a little excited now, realizing that you have been hunting pirates for a while. There's a good chance that she thinks that y'all might have it on you.
At this point, I'll sort of sit up and lean forward, and just in this grumbly voice, just spit it out. I don't feel like waiting for you to try and dance around and feel good about whatever you want to say. Just tell us what it is so we can get on with this. Can't answer questions unless we ask them, or unless you answer them.
All right. Give me a. Are you trying to persuasion or are you trying to intimidation? What are you trying? Or what are you?
I'm just
what are you
talking.
Trying?
It'd just be persuasion.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Otherwise, we can all go home. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's performance, but it'd be the same either way.
Okay, all right. Well, so Nah. So she kind of looks at you and stands up and she says, if you have been hunting pirates, there's a good chance you might have come across him in your travels, maybe even without you knowing. If you wish to help, allow us to investigate some of the treasures that you have brought back to see if maybe you have slain the pirate and claimed the ring in his stead.
A ring? That's what
What?
you're looking for?
What ring? It's, you get
It'd probably be like a necklace for you, because you're kind of smaller, so maybe it's a ring for them.
I didn't say ring.
You did say ring.
Did.
Maybe like a crown for you. You could use it as a crown.
Will you come across a guy with a ring, Johnny?
No. You guys. Yes. You've found plenty. I mean, they've had actually. Yes, you've got lots of rings, jewelry, necklaces, all sorts of stuff. That's what the pirates have been taking. They've taken jewelry and treasure and things like that. There's tons of this stuff that's out there. As for magical items, you guys haven't recovered anything like that. You know that you don't. I mean, you have plenty of people who would be able to identify that stuff on your ship, and I'm sure as soon as y'all got loot, y'all are probably trying to rife through it to see if there's anything powerful. But for the most part, you've returned, gold and jewelry of the like, but it's also other things that they've stolen, food, casks of, booze and things like that. Pretty much all the stuff that they loot.
So, what if I said that we have your ring and it's now our property and the property of the Flaming Fist?
Wait, what? Okay, you're okay. So you were saying that. What if I said that?
And I'm not going to give it back. What would you say to that?
Well,
can I roll an insight check on just me saying that? How angry she gets?
Yeah, go for it.
Blood visibly boiling.
It's only like 11.
It's like, well, okay. I mean, it's okay because it's pretty fucking clear she's really angry about that comment.
I'm gonna cast Gift of Gab. I'm gonna take back my words.
I forgot about that spell.
Nobody in the room heard me say that. What they heard me say is, "Oh, we'd love to help you, but we haven't found any magic items like a ring."
Fucking give.
I love that spell. So fucking.
All right, yeah. Let's get a persuasion check to basically say the.
I mean, it's the truth.
It is. I know. Yeah.
Persuasion.
It just says "fuck you."
19.
She says, yes, well, as much as I strangely do trust you, little turtle man, it still would be a great help if at least you would let us see this item. This ring has great historic significance to our people. It is an heirloom of our nation, and we need it. We need it returned. If this mission that you come out here for is for peace, like you were saying, you would at least allow one of my men to come with you, supervised, and investigate some of your wares.
We have a normal ship. I don't think one of your men would fit on our ship.
I'll bring the stuff out. I can take care of supervision. Sort of look around at the other giants in the room.
You have a smaller men. Yeah, I don't think they would. No offense, our ship is made for us tiny, little humanoids, not for people of your scale or immensity.
And she kind of like looks around. She's like, "Yeah, actually, I think I have the perfect one just for the side." She's like, "Ham again!" And like this, you see like this big fucking wolf just like comes like out from the side. I mean, it's like mangled, like fucking missing an eye and all gnarled and everything. Like, I mean, it just this thing looks like if it's got you alone, it's going to fucking eat you.
I want to be alone with it.
And it's over the side, and like it has an excellent nose, and it knows exactly will know exactly what we're looking for. And she kind of like sits down beside it and like like kneels down beside it and like pets it and everything. And it's like you go with these nice men and go see if you can find that ring for us. And she says
Pick it up. That's the least we could do for you aiding in our ship and really not crushing us into a pulp for ramming into your ship. Our boy will be very thankful.
Yeah.
So can I just talk to this lady for a second?
Sure.
So if you're looking for a human, like, can you go to the ports as giants? Are you allowed there? Because, like, you're going to have a hard time. I mean, if I was a thief, I would not be in the middle of the jungle. I'd be trying to fence the ring in civilization. And we could go to civilization for you and try to find it.
She's like, no, this man has no business. In the cities or the civilized lands. No,
So he's trying to use his power. Then he's not
what's
trying
that?
to. He's trying to use the ring's power. He's not trying to sell it.
To be honest, I have no idea what his intentions are of it, but we do know that his last heading was to would be pretty much around here. We don't have much, nobody has any maps of Chultz, but we do have a heading of searching for him in the ruins of a place called Mesro. He never had any intentions of heading towards Port Danzaru. Therefore, neither do we.
That ring any bells to anybody? Mesro?
Actually, it might. Yeah. It's holy crap. Yeah. Elijah.
Yes. That is
I mean, you are sentient. I'm just trying to think of like. I don't want to, I don't want to make your character just a crazy, like just a simple beast.
like, he has a 9 intelligence. He's not the brightest, but he's
no. I mean,
there.
he's still a character though.
If anything, if it's memorized in the area, it'd probably be more wisdom because he's like been here a bit. It's more indifference. I just don't think he'd care to remember a lot of places.
Well, so the thing about
Unless they're
Chult
prominent.
is there's actually a lot of ancient ruins of something or another out here. The place used to be a pretty powerful empire before it was overrun with the undead long ago, and even the lizard men have been fighting that battle ever since. They fight it better than the humans just because of how they can live.
Genetically superior, yeah.
Yeah. Where did Ethan go?
He's on his floor, probably. Guess not.
Oh, yeah, he's what?
Oh,
He's
there
just
he is.
fixing your back or something?
He just does that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta have fun.
We'll be having the game, and I'll be like, fuck, Ethan's AFK, and then here, no, I'm not. Like from the abyss.
So Mesro would kind of ring a little bit of a bell though for you as one of those cities that had fallen a long time ago. But its location and such to you wouldn't remember where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Except for well, I don't know. Roll me a history check. I'm gonna do it at disadvantage just because
It's already a -1. You really?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, son of a bitch.
Huh? 19 and 20.
Maybe you know a little bit more about Mesro than I thought.
Okay, not either of us are ready for that roll.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Mesro, you do remember it being one of those river cities that was along the. Yeah, sure. We'll let you. The river Orlung, Olung. That puts in not far from a place called Kitcher's Inlet, which is actually south of you guys. Y'all passed it on the way up here.
So how far away would it be? Like a day's journey? Half day's
Oh,
journey?
it'd be several days' journeys south again. But it would put you down into Kitcher's Inlet, and that would allow you to hit the river Olung, which would then push into the jungle.
Okay, then. If I was told this when I got back, I would sort of like lay things out for people, and be like, just that like it's just the long forgotten area. There's pretty much nothing for like at least any normal human to be there for. Like it's especially. If
Are you guys going to discuss this amongst yourselves?
I mean, if it's said in front of me, I'll just say it out loud. I'm not going to be like private about it.
Yeah. I mean, because she just mentioned it like right there at the table. So sure. So you say, "Oh, I know where it is."
I know where the city is. Yeah. And that you're not getting that boat through that river. Or you can try. You already aren't made for the jungle. We've seen how some of you have adapted so far.
Well, then she's definitely gonna. She needs you to show her the way.
Ah, shit.
Like, maybe unless you want to say that you could like draw. No, she doesn't want to. She would like if you know the place, and like a few of the giants like pipe up, like all like kind of like come up from the side. They're like we can't trust this. We can't trust this reptile. He and his kind of have been a nuisance for us ever since we've set foot on this continent. They're saying this in giant speak at this point, which.
Again, not telling him directly.
Do I at least
So,
is it like do I at least get that feeling like when you're in the supermarket and people start talking shit in Spanish like 5 feet away from you?
Give me an insight check.
They pretty much called you a pendejo.
14.
So they still seem to be upset, but they've been giving you the mean mug since you've got here, and you're kind of picking up on the fact that they just don't like you.
I'm just gonna turn my head a little bit and give like a big toothy smile. Like, but that's the captain's decision to make.
The crocodile smile.
Oh yeah, just need to go for that. So basically, I have a fairly good idea of where the guy could have run off to, and they want a guide, but that's not my decision to make because we could do other shit. Just fuck these, giant assholes. But
And he kind of just admitted that he does know where this area is.
Oh, I just straight up said it, yeah.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Gathering information.
All right. Long story short, they gave like hints to the guy's location, and it's this ruins several days south of here, inland of Cholt, in like a city of like ancient ruins that Guana would like know how to get to, and he already said this part out loud. And they want a guide, but it's not Guana's decision to make because he's pretty indifferent about it. And also,
so actually, let me see here on how much this map will show.
And I'm telling you this information. Whatever they say in John, I'm relaying it so you would know what they're saying. They're shit-talking Guana, but like in giant. They're giant talking him.
They want to leave them there?
Yes, so
that boat is not fitting to those rivers.
Looking at it actually even says on the map that most people would have access to it. If they have a good enough map, they would kind of know where it's at. So he knows that it's that Mesro was on the river or Lung, which is in it puts in at a place called Kitcher's Inlet, which is south of you guys. It's a common place, everyone kind of knows where that is. And Mesro is basically set somewhere along that river in there. People have seen the ruins before. This isn't something that's like completely lost. The Giants have no idea where it is. But it's just definitely one of those places where not many people go anymore. So he knows the location of it, and they need it out of him.
Okay. What are you willing to offer for our fantastic services?
You hear one of them like mumble something and kind of like get a few chuckles out of everybody else, and they basically like mumble something about like not eating you. And she kind of hisses at them and tells them to shut up and go away. And she leans over her shoulder. One of the guys goes over and he comes like walking back, and he's got this chest in his hand, and he drops it down. I mean, it hits the ground with like that chink of like all sorts of go, and he pops it open, and it's filled with gold.
Fantastic. Well, we'll get right on this.
If I might add a rider, I have really become enamored with your sails, and I'm hoping maybe we can get enough length of sails to get our ship procured. I know you could probably spare one. One would be fine for our ship.
Well said.
And the chest, of course, but for it's or easily divvied out. But white dragon wing sails are just gorgeous. I'd love a pair of my own.
And so she kind of like holds up at this point. She's like, each one of those dragons we hunted and slain ourselves. If you show me and prove yourselves warrior or capable warriors in combat, maybe in taking down a similar such beast or so, I might be able to award you with such. But I cannot simply just allow you to fly sails of such honor without proving yourself.
Fair enough. It sounds like an adventure to me.
All right. Fucking fantastic.
And for 6 months of working for the Flaming Fist, they're stingy with their coin.
Amazing. Amazing. So I know that you guys were saying that y'all wanted to get out by a certain time. Like, what were y'all thinking?
We can push for a little bit. I just
Okay. I just didn't know what time they playing tonight.
Around this time, but I mean, if I missed the little Steelers game, if I missed the first part, it's not a big deal. It's the end of the game,
Yeah, it's the end of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I knew you wanted to get out. I didn't know when you wanted to go. Okay.
But opposite. I gotta watch the first play, and if the first play is good,
you rage quit too fucking quit. Like, you rage quit so fast on a game, man. Like, you will you will start a game, you'll be so psyched that if something goes wrong at the beginning, you fucking cut it off and walk away, you're done with it. I'm like, bro,
that's a sign of a fan who's been hurt before.
I want to be down. I want to be down, and then get that score at the end. You feel so good.
No, right. I want to dominate 60-0 every game, or I'm going to get pissed.
Well, yeah, that is fun too.
All right. Well, then, how about we just hold off for a second? Let's go ahead and go on a break. We'll come back. Let's make it real quick, though, like just a quick 5-minute break and such. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Thanks a lot for holding up with us when it comes to the break. Okay, so let's kind of jump right into this. I know we don't got too much longer left that we can do with this. So to kind of talk about a few things of what we're getting ready to do here, like, so they have offered or they have requested that you guys go with them to kind of show them to the ancient ruins of Mesro. If you guys can pull that off, that would be big help for them. They're going to give you rewards if you can lead them to to this person that they're looking for. That'll be I mean they offered you a lot for this guy. However, here's the one thing that kind of sucks about that. Like, this is in the opposite direction from where you guys are heading right now. You guys are already pushing your stores, your supplies and stuff to the limit, just getting back. You guys had kind of guessed on like how much, like this is your first time running this route. So as I described before, y'all were coming down on the last little bit of your supplies, stuff like that. Now hunting for food's always a thing. That's not really an issue, but there's still other things that you guys need. Especially, when dealing with, being too close to shore around here, like, insect repellent, things like that. The stuff that you need to go into a jungle, none of y'all have. Yeah, I mean, now you sure? Yeah, no, good. But the rest of you, y'all may not have much experience with like traveling into the jungle and stuff like that, but you still know. I mean, you've made port around here several times. You've heard the adventuring tales. You know what people need when they go out there, and y'all do know that y'all aren't really supplied to go into the jungle right now, but you can do it. So that's going to be something on like how you guys are going to have to decide on where you want to go about this. Because like, also another thing that you can notice right now, these giants, this gold that they're giving you, that's like that. Like they don't have like, I mean, sure, I mean, they might have more treasure and stuff like that, but as for supplies, they got none. Like they have long exhausted whatever supplies they were supposed to have. Like they are done in that aspect.
I mean, we don't have anything from the pirates.
I mean, sure, like sure. I mean, but they stole mainly like textiles, so clothing, like treasures, things like that. They didn't like the basic adventuring gear and stuff like that that you would need to get back. That's what they don't have. They didn't have any of that stuff.
I mean, the bugs don't bite me. I have cold blood. Same with my alligator friend.
Yeah, of course I picked the one person to be not a lizard folk. So, for what you're saying, fuck you, Ethan.
Yeah, you should have been a fucking reptile, bitch.
I mean,
I kind of thought about it after a little bit. I was like, I probably should have figured that out.
See, that's one of the things that I just gotta call bullshit on, because that's just not fair. Like that you could just be walking around without that. So like, I'm gonna go do some research on parasites that affect reptiles. Oh, I'm no, like y'all ain't getting around.
Up ones.
So Johnny actually reads a book about it.
So Jason, what I was just kind of describing to them was the position that you're in right now. You guys are gonna go try to, work with them to lead them to Mesro, and if you can help them, find this person, they're gonna give you a shit ton of gold for it. However, y'all were already en route to return to Fort Berulian to basically, return all the stuff you get, like basically do your check-in, restock, and all that stuff, because you are already pushing kind of the ends of your limits with things. If you now turn back around and sail in the opposite direction, like you'll have your stuff to handle it, sure, but the trip back and everything after, like it's going to, you're going to extend yourself past your resources if you do this.
Oh, say it again.
1 second.
Oh.
So in my mind, the way that I see this is you have two choices. If y'all find another, then feel free to let me know about it. You can try to see if they will wait while you go back to Fort Berulian and restock and come back. Or if or if you just want to just pull it off now. Now, like I said, you guys do have a decent enough supplies to be able to go and do that and everything. And who knows? Maybe you might be able to make enough to pull yourself back. But like once you guys kind of head down in there, like you're gonna run out. You're gonna hit E once you make it to Kitcher's Inlet.
I think we should go back and resupply.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah, can I inform the female giant that we're running low on supplies and see if they have any to lend in aid?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's also another which I just described to them. These guys are far past, like already running out of materials. They've been here way too long. They like they're hunting for the food that they can get. After that, like they're getting dehydrated. Like these guys, they are past their limit on stuff. So, but the idea of you going back to go resupply, I guess it hits them two different ways. If you make a decent enough persuasion or something like that to them, they might be supporting behind it because they could use some as well. But also at the same time, they've been out here doing it long enough. They might just think that you're a bunch of bitches for not being able to pull it off, and they might just want to do it now. So this will come down to you to decide on how you want it. Like, do you want to try to persuade them to let you go, or do you? How do y'all want to? What are y'all looking for here?
Guana wants to clearly express, and just like there's more resources in Chult, in the jungles of Chult, than there is in any port in this realm. Yeah, if we die at that point, it's on you all.
Wow. All right, Mister. You gotta help us find some something to help me with the bugs. I'll be eaten alive.
Yes.
Well,
I believe what my compatriots are trying to say is that we are not well equipped at this moment to assist you. How far away are we from Port Nanzaru, DM?
I mean, it like sailing with you got a couple days out. I'm pretty sure. I don't really remember exactly how much. I think you can cover like 5 hexes on a boat. So you're probably about 3 days away from Fort Berulian.
Yeah.
Sailing with good wind and everything. But that would mean 3 days back, and then probably another 3 days south again.
I don't know if they can make it 6 days as it is. Like,
however, well, yeah.
There's one other option. And as I sort of, you and your people, you're like stumbling children out here. It's sure you're great warriors where you're from, but you're helpless out here. Call it. We'll see what you think, Captain. We'll call it insurance. I'll stay with them while you guys. I'll stay them and see if I can teach them how to have some bit of competence out here. While you go and get supplies. You'll build friendships, as it seems not everyone's taken too nicely.
I mean, leaving a person behind is a pretty good sign that you guys are going to be coming back.
But also in the Marines, we never leave a man behind.
Damn, we're about to get rid of him. You're gonna want to go back?
But that would go a long way into showing that your intention to come back and assist them.
And also, we're kind of bare bones crew, so these days the boy's going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting. He doesn't know how to do.
Yeah,
I mean, he just
learn it fast. Just keep him away from the wheel.
Yes. Maybe we'll try in port or something.
Oh yeah, I can't go wrong there. Parking lot full of cars.
Okay. All right. They might go along with it. Let's see if we can get a good persuasion check on something like this to see if leaving a person behind. I'll give advantage on that because that does seem like that'll go a long way in helping.
And the captain, I will take the
Hashtag assist.
16.
Oof.
You did have advantage, like I said. Like
That was
willing
it.
to. Oh,
no,
that
he
was.
did that.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You know what? They'll go along with it. Actually, they think it might be a good thing because if you're heading back and if you can restock, and if you are coming back to help them, maybe you could bring them some additional supplies. And so they bring out some more gold and kind of place another chest in your in your thing to kind of purchase supplies for them as well.
Fantastic.
So you want some dinosaur chow? Just lots of dinosaur chow.
But equally with that, we feel like it might be better if you take one of our men with you.
I believe we explained this, but I don't think any of your crew would fit on our ship.
And she kind of looks around and she's like, I'm just gonna call him Heimdall now. The wolf, the wolf, she says that Heimdall will fit perfectly in your on your ship, and it's that big fucking nasty gnarly looking wolf.
Yeah, it will fit perfectly fine. Too important, Andrew. But on the return trip, our hull is going to be full with food and supplies for you. You giants can, I assume, eat 10 times the amount of my crew. Hence, we will need 10 times the amount of storage space to bring back your goods and your necessities. So,
She says, "I insist. If you are to have if we are to care for one of yours, and you are to trust us with that, we would that we have it such with you."
I guess we're in agreement then. We will bring back as much as we can.
All right. Okay. So all right then. So plan is head to the fort. Try to grab as much of the loot as you can or to try to restock as much as you can, and then head back down. And they'll meet you. I mean, they'll be kind of waiting for you to come back. Heimdall will go with you, and kind of he's a good boy. You don't have to worry about him. He'll behave himself while he's with y'all. And that you'll see them back in within a 10 day, within 6 days.
We will do our best to make it quicker than that.
All right, that's all right. Well, then that's good. Then we should probably go on ahead and we'll call it here, so that we can push back to pick up on this next time. You guys will go back and kind of grab your loot and then head on. So tune back in next time, guys. Let's see what's going to happen with the crew of the Rising Tide as they now join forces with the Ice Giants in search of the lost ruins of Mesro, trying to find trying to hunt down this item that they've had stolen from them. So tune in next week, guys, and let's see see where it goes. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. See you.